Alrighty, you spellcasting goons, class is officially in session. Welcome to Incantations 101, where you will learn what all 101 incantations do in Elden Ring, as well as the 9 sacred seals. Clearly we have a lot to unpack here, so let's get right into it. Starting with the 6 bestial incantations. You have Beast Claw, which is a chargeable spell, and it sends out a cone-shaped shockwave in front of you. Garank's Beast Claw is basically the same thing, except it's a shockwave in every single direction. Sadly, this one is not chargeable though. You have Bestial Sling, which is easily one of the most spammed spells in the entire game, if not the most spammed spell. You can jump cast, you can run cast, you can cast repeatedly, you can cast into other spells. But then the other spell that you just saw right there is Stone of Garank. Wait, is it Garank? Have I been saying it wrong the entire time? I don't know. Whatever though, Stone of Garank is a big, funny boulder spell that you can cast repeatedly, and it actually has some really insane range. You can kind of snipe people with this thing. Bestial Constitution alleviates blood loss and frost buildup. And finally, Bestial Vitality heals you for 5 HP per second for 120 seconds. These spells get a 10% damage boost from the Sanguidia as well as the Clawmark Seal. However, you don't actually need to use either of these to get the damage increase, you just have to have them equipped. And the Clawmark Seal is really only good early game, specifically with strength builds that don't have a lot of faith. So I'm still going to have it equipped for the buff, except the seal that I'm actually going to use to cast is the Erdtree seal, which is the best seal if you're going for 70 faith or above. And staff slash seal buffs do stack on top of each other, so you could have 2 Clawmark seals to get a 20% damage boost as well. However, I don't want to get too caught up on the seals just yet, because we do have a lot of spells to get through, obviously, and I'll make sure to explain more and more as we go on. Who is this? Andel? Hello, Andel. Rock. Ooh, okay, 555. That was solid. Dude, that poise damage from Bestial Sling is kind of funny. I think it got nerfed in the past, though. At least a little bit. Ooh, nice. Can we end it with normal Beast Claw here? Okay, wait, this guy has a lot of different spells. This spell is so dumb, dude. Oh my god. Hey, every single spell that I hit in that last fight, though, did solid damage. Athalion, hello. 523? Okay, so I think we're looking around the 500 mark for a lot of these spells, besides Bestial Sling. I think the most you're gonna get from this is, like, maybe close to 400? Huh, 420. Nice, dude. Oh, I pressed roll. What happened? Hey, good fight though, man. At least we got to see what Beast Claw can do. Whenever it comes to the bestial incantations, though, I do believe that they are stronger in PvE. I think that's the case for a lot of spells. However, in PvP, of course, you have Bestial Sling, which is one of the best PvP spells. It always has been. Beast Claw, you can uncharge it to make it come out faster. You can charge it to do more damage. Garank's Beast Claw is a bit risky to go for. I could see maybe in Invasions this could come in handy, possibly. Except the cast time is so long it's kind of easy to get punished in PvP. And even the big rock is good because you can repeatedly cast it, you can throw it down in front of you if somebody's rushing you down. And both of the buffs, even though I think Bestial Constitution isn't used a lot because boluses exist, you know, it's still fine. But Bestial Vitality is definitely one of the more common buffs that I have come across in PvP. Overall, not a lot of complaints here. It is just sort of sad that the rest of these spells are outclassed by Pocket Sand. Anyways, on to the next group of incantations. Here we have the 4 blood incantations. With Blood Boon, you scatter Blackflame on the ground, which does fire damage and bleed buildup to anyone that it touches, not including you though. And specifically with this spell, you're going to want to free aim it and aim above enemies. so as it's flying through the air, it does damage as well. Blackflame Blade enchants your melee weapon with Blackflame, adding fire damage and bleed buildup to your attacks. Blackflame Talons, you can repeatedly create Blackflame lacerations in front of yourself that quickly explode. And for Swarm of Flies, you quite literally send out a swarm of flies that will track enemies, dealing both physical and fire damage, as well as building up bleed. And my weapon of choice to show off Blackflame Blade is this keen longsword. No, I will not be doing good physical damage with this thing, and that's kind of the point because this is a magic showcase. And as for the seal, I am rolling with the Dragon Communion seal. As you can see, you get that spicy S scaling in Arcane, and while yes, this seal does boost certain incantations that we'll see later, it does not boost the blood incantations. Hello, Askelaz. I'm sorry for what I'm about to do to you, but ooh, okay, that damage was not bad. Yes, stand in the fire. Okay, I want to finish this with Blackflame Talons. Even if it means eating an Ordovis weapon art. GG. Wait, it's Askelaz again? Okay, well, I just need to make sure to hit Blood Boon. Like the actual flames. Or the actual... Did he just ducked that. That was actually sick. What? Oh my god. Okay. That was... My life flashed before my eyes right there. Okay, there we go. 357. Nothing insane. Or wait, did I hit Blood Boon that last fight? I don't even remember. It's all a blur. Oh no. Oh, that spacing. I love spacing this spell so much. Okay, that was kind of bad. Hiya! Oh! Askelaz. It's been fun, brother. What should I finish it off with? Should I finish it off with Swarm of Flies? I think I should. I only have one flask. These spells are pretty fun. Can't lie. I know some people find bleed annoying, but if you carry boluses, it's not that big of a deal. You can even just roll through the proc. I guess really all I gotta say is I hope they expand on these spells in DLC, because there are definitely some things that Moog can do that I wish I could do. And no, Miquella's not one of them. Moving on though, here we have the Dragon Communion incantations, and yes, these are the incantations that get boosted by the Dragon Communion seal. In fact, it is a damage boost of 15%, and I'm actually going to wield 2 of them so I can stack that buff. With Dragon Claw, you go full Godric mode, except with an actual arm, and slam down on enemies. You can cast this a total of 2 times in a row. Dragon Maw, you get to show your fellow Tarnished what that Dragon Mouth do and bite them in half. Grail's Roar is a large AoE roar spell, pretty simple. And then there is the actual Dragon Breath spells, which have both generic and named versions. You have Dragon Fire, which is a fire breath spell. You can hold these spells down to keep casting them. Then Aegil's Flame is the named version. Then you have Dragon Ice, Borealis's Mist, Glintstone Breath, Smaragd's Glintstone Breath, Rotten Breath, Exike's Decay, and finally Magma Breath, and Theodorix's Magma. Now you might be wondering, what are the main differences between the generic and the named versions? Well, the named versions are going to do more damage across the board than the generic ones. And with the named ones, with the exception of Theodorix's Magma, you can jump and then cast them. Oh, and on top of all of this, the Roar Medallion can also buff the breath spells by 10% in PvE and only 5% in PvP. But it is something. And there is one more spell that I technically could put into this category, but it is just so unique and so ridiculous, it will have its time to shine later on in the video. What up, gang? Hey, dap me up, big dog. Oh, holy shit. Okay, 1,000 damage. What about Dragon Maw? Rudolph, are you scared? Are you actually scared? Okay, okay, hold on. Oh no. Oh. This is not good for me. Oh no. Okay, I totally forgot that Dragon Maul will kind of overshoot if you're too close to somebody. But Jesus Christ, a Dragon Claw did so much damage. Oh, we're in Farum. This is so perfect. I wouldn't want to be anywhere else. Oh, here we go. Actually, no, I think this is a situation for Grail's Roar. Do I just go normal Dragon Fire? Oh, okay, wait, no, they're running. If they come across some mobs... Oh god, okay, here we go. Come on. Oh, yo! No way that just happened. Oh, what? What is that damage? Oh no, oh there it is. Oh man. Dude, that Wake Up True combo is so nasty. Storm Assault is easily one of the best Ashes of War. So what, I hit Aguil's Flame a little bit. The damage wasn't too insane. Let's go with Borealis's. Oh, yo, okay. I like it. Decent chip damage. A lot of damage on hit. I'm gonna run out of magic pretty quickly here. Okay, what about normal Fire Breath? Oh. Okay. Nice. Very nice. I think both of the flame ones are solid. Okay, Magical Furnace, I think we can both agree this is pretty lame. This was literally the last thing that I wanted to do with these spells, is use them in a duel. So, unless you want to get somebody else in here for me to challenge. Oh. Oh, dude, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to scare you. Here, you know what I can do? I can really just take the pain away in an instant. It's okay, Magical Furnace. Oh, wait. There's a hunter? Here, we might as well test out the normal Magma Breath. Oh, damn it. 2 hunters. Maybe death? Yep, there we go. Okay, that's a hunter down. After this one, I think we can just call it for the Dragon Communion spells. All of these are good. The named ones, objectively, are going to be better. You have more freedom when using them and more damage. Oh my... Dude, these spells shred. Oh, wait, I'm out of magic. Well, this is awkward. Yeah. So, yeah. Okay, this section is already getting to be way too long. The dragon spells are stupid. They do stupid damage, they have stupid range, some of them even have stupid hyper armor. All of these spells are dumb. But do I love using them? Absolutely. Next up, we are taking a look at the Dragon Cult incantations, and there is a total of 12. Lightning Spear is a chargeable lightning projectile. Honed Bolt sends out a lightning strike directly above opponents, and this can be cast repeatedly. Lightning Strike sends a wave of lightning strikes in front of you, and it can be cast repeatedly. Then with Frozen Lightning Spear, you stab a spear of frozen lightning into the ground that erupts into trails of lightning leading forwards, and it does inflict 120 frostbite. Ancient Dragon's Lightning Spear, you once again stab lightning into the ground. When it explodes this time though, it covers a very wide area with red lightning waves. Fortisax's Lightning Spear is basically Ancient Dragon Lightning Spear, but double trouble. Lanciax's Glaive is a chargeable spell that summons a massive glaive that sweeps red lightning across the ground. Ancient Dragon's Lightning Strike sends out multiple red lightning bolts around the caster. Charging the spell will increase the range of the bolts as well as the number of bolts that come out. Death Lightning is Death Blight Lightning, and where the lightning actually strikes is completely random, and it does leave some death mist on the ground after it strikes. And charging the spell will increase the potency. Electrify Armament enchants your right-handed melee weapon with lightning damage for 90 seconds. Dragonbolt Blessing is a body buff that gives you plus 30 focus, immunity, and robustness, as well as making it so light attacks will bounce off of you. But this is with the cost of minus 35% lightning damage negation, and it lasts for 70 seconds. And finally, Vike's Dragonbolt is a body and weapon buff that lasts 70 seconds. It gives you a 15% increase in your equip load and a red version of Electrify Armament. You still get minus 35% lightning resistance though. And no, light weapons will not bounce off of you with this buff, that is only with Dragonbolt Blessing. And Dragon Cult incantations get a 15% damage boost when used with the Gravelstone Seal, so I actually have 2 of them equipped for double the effect. Who do we have? Who is this? JPEG. Hello, JPEG. Okay, wait, so this should work. His weapon should bounce off of me. Yeah, it does. Okay. I wonder if his weapon bounced off of me. If I could, like, true combo that into something. Oh, okay. Ooh, good parry. Yeah, oh yeah, that's death, because I only have 50 vigor. What spell should I open with? I bet this guy has Bloodhound Step. He does have Bloodhound Step. What did I say? Okay, no hyper armor. Noted. Okay. Good damage from the shockwave on that. Didn't even use a lot of FP either. Okay. That's a one-shot. Dude, all these spells are doing awesome damage, honestly. Oh, and then the parry, bro. Oh, that feels so bad. Oh, that didn't hit? No way. I like how my Death Lightning still didn't hit, and they were so close to me. Wait, that was uncharged? And it did 715 damage? Okay. Lanciax's Glaive. Okay, this sucks. I'm out of FP and there's nobody that I can really get flasks from because this is a stupid 1v1. Okay, bro, you win. I'm over this. Holy shit, though. Both Lightning Spear and Lanciax's Glaive went so hard. This Death Lightning spell is such a meme, though. All right. Oh, I see there is already another invader. Taking my food, bro? You gotta leave some for the rest of us, man. Okay. Frozen Lightning Spear wasn't terrible. That spell's definitely hard to hit, though. Can I get a Death Lightning, maybe? There's no shot. Dude, there's no way. No, Death Lightning is the worst spell. Death Lightning is the worst spell. I'm saying it right now. Death Lightning is awful. Okay, where are we? Ronnie's Rise. Okay. Are they up top, or... I feel like they're in a Mimic Veil right now. Okay. Let's see what's going on here. Hello. Oh, Lord. Hello. Goro Luigi. Goro Mario. What about Goro Death Lightning? Hey, I'm sorry to kill your bro, Luigi, but it had to be done. Hello. Oh yeah, that's right. Uh-huh. Boop. Boop. GG's, guys. Okay, I'm gonna be real. These spells are pretty dumb. Especially if you pair them up with 2 Gravelstone Seals and you just go Pure Faith. It's gonna be one-shot city with quite a few of these. Lightning Spear is chargeable and has insane damage no matter how much you charge it. Lightning Strike, you can spam the hell out of this and it's a massive AoE spell. You can also spam Honed Bolt, which is insanely annoying. Ancient Dragon's Lightning Spear is just the mid version of Fortisax's Lightning Spear, and Fortisax's Lightning Spear is dumb. Ancient Dragon's Lightning Strike has to be one of the best AoE spells in the entire game. Lanciax's Glaive is a great zoning tool. Frozen Lightning Spear I think is one of the worst ones of the bunch, but it's still awesome. I think without a doubt the worst one is Death Lightning, except if you do manage to hit it, it does do fat damage. And then the 3 buffs are all cool in their own right. Would I necessarily use Dragon Bolt Blessing or Vike's Dragon Bolt? No. I don't even know if I would use Electrify Armament that much. Overall, another great class of incantation. Moving on, here we have the 13 Erdtree incantations. And the first 3 spells from this class are the aspects of the Crucible spells. There is Breath, where you hold it down and you breathe fire. Then you have the Tail spell that you can swing just once, or if you hold it down, you can swing it twice. Then the Horn spawns a Shoulder Horn that you use to skewer enemies. Charging it up will increase the damage and range. This spell is absolutely ridiculous for closing distance. And for each piece of Crucible Knight armor that you have on, the 3 Crucible spells get their damage buffed by 3.5%. Blackblade, you spawn a massive black sword, do a spinning slash with it, that then emits an arc of light. Elden Stars, you summon a slow-moving golden star that sends out a bunch of tinier golden stars. The big star can explode when it makes contact with an enemy, or I think after a certain amount of time. Let's see. There you go. Wrath of Gold is a chargeable golden shockwave spell that will knock enemies off their feet. As for the buff spells, you have Barrier of Gold, which increases magic damage negation by 60% for yourself and allies, but this is only 20% in PvP, and it does last for 70 seconds. Golden Lightning Fortification is the exact same thing except for lightning damage. Protection of the Erdtree increases elemental damage negation by 30%, but it's knocked down to 10% in PvP. This will also last 70 seconds. Blessing's Boon will regenerate 8 HP per second for 90 seconds. Blessing of the Erdtree regenerates 12 HP per second for 90 seconds. Erdtree Heal heals a large amount of HP for yourself and allies. And finally, you have Golden Vow, which is a buff that lasts 80 seconds, and it increases your damage by 15% in PvE, but that is cut in half for PvP, as well as a 10% buff to all damage negation, which is also cut in half for PvP. And if you think about it, this is really showing how broken some of the buffs used to be in multiplayer. Oh yeah, and these spells do not get buffed by any seal, so I am just using the Erdtree seal, since I am at 70 faith. Oh yeah. Oh, okay. It does not true combo. For a second, I thought that it did. Oh, yo. Oh, good fight, Boyd. I was kind of expecting one of those first swings to hit him there, but shit. I guess I choked. I don't really know how many of these buffs I'm actually going to use, because, you know, I could just run away during a fight and cast the buffs and the heals, but that's kind of lame. Here, I'm going to open a fight with Elden Stars and see if we can hit the big star. I doubt it, though, because I've gone up against people who have tried to use it, and I'm not going to lie, it's a really, really bad spell. Let's see, though. What if I do that and then Blackblade? Oh, wow. Whoa. Ooh, okay, 900 damage against some really, really good armor. Oh, he has it too. Hell yeah, dude. Very nice. Ooh, good spacing. Oh, okay, I couldn't tank that. I was hoping I could, but... Okay, see, he knows. He's familiar. Okay. Hey, but 900 damage on Wrath of Gold? Definitely not bad, and honestly, these spells impressed me a little bit. The buffs are the buffs. They do what they do. I'm not gonna try to go search for optimal situations to use each of these. I'm not going to run away in duels and use the healing spells, but they are there if you need them, and they really can come in handy, especially in PvE. But as for the offensive spells, I think the Crucible spells, you'll probably need to wear the armor to make the most out of these. All three of them are good tools in their own right, though. Elden Stars, I still think is kind of a meme, but it can be a solid zoning tool, or you can do what I did and set up with Elden Stars and then go into something like Blackblade. And a side note, this is by far one of my favorite spells in the entire game. Good damage, 2 stages, gives your opponent a debuff, and chips away at their health. You can't really ask for much more, and Wrath of Gold I think serves its purpose very, very well. All around, the Erdtree incantations are solid. And now to heat things up a little bit, we're going to take a look at the fire incantations. This will include both the Fire Monk and Fire Giant incantations because they both get a 20% damage increase from the Giant's Seal. And I do have 2 of them to double that bonus. However, there are 2 spells that don't receive any damage buff from any seal. The first one is Flame Sling. This is a chargeable fireball spell. It's pretty basic. And the second one is Catch Flame, which shoots out a quick burst of fire in front of you. This is up there with Bestial Sling for the most spammed spell in the entire game because you have so much freedom whenever you're using it. O Flame is quote-unquote the better Catch Flame because it does more damage. However, you don't get the mobility that you do with Catch Flame, making this spell a lot harder to use. Surge O Flame sends out a stream of fire that you can continue doing if you hold your cast button down. Whirl O Flame is basically Surge O Flame but zesty. Burn O Flame spawns a bunch of fire pillars to come up from the ground. How they spawn is completely random though, so it's not super reliable. Flame of the Fell God releases a ball of raging fire that moves slowly towards opponents before exploding, setting an area ablaze. Flame Fall upon them is a chargeable spell where you throw multiple fireballs at once. And then you have Giant's Flame Take Thee, or what I like to call it, the Supermassive Explosive Ball of Death. This has absolutely insane damage and insane range. Fire's Deadly Sin, you set yourself and the ground around you ablaze, dealing damage to any enemies that get close to you. Flame Cleanse Me damages you for 15 HP but alleviates poison or rot, including any buildup. Flame Protect Me increases fire damage negation by 60%, but this is only 20% in PvP, and it lasts 70 seconds. And finally, Flame Grant Me Strength, which gives you a plus 20% damage boost in both physical and fire damage. However, that is in PvE, it's only 15% in PvP, and you also get better stamina recovery speed for the duration. Okay, let's start off simple and try to land Flame Sling. Spooky Sampire. Okay, uncharged. You know, not a lot of damage, but to be expected. No mobility with that spell. Ooh, okay, I like that. I could see Flame Fall upon them going really hard in invasions. Okay. Surge Flame. Doing nothing. Okay, what about Whirl Flame? That is such a meme. There's no way that either of these spells are good. Uncharged, already fat damage. Dude, what is this spell? Oh my god. Good fight. And then there's Catch Flame, which is somehow the best fire spell in the game, almost. I mean, Giant's Flame Take Thee is definitely up there, but I mean, Catch Flame is way too versatile and way too fast. Okay. Surge Flame and Whirl Flame are actually stupid spells. I'm never touching these things ever again. Maybe they could be useful in PvE, but they are way too easy to avoid if you're going up against a real player. Okay, Flame of the Fell God does not seem easy to hit. Oh, yo, okay. I was not expecting that damage. Good fight. Holy shit, man. Burn Flame, if RNG is in your favor and your opponent doesn't just run away from you, might be kind of a cracked spell. I mean, it's got to be more PvE oriented, though. Okay, this is kind of a tough one. Oh, okay. I really just need to get enough distance so I can use my spells. Oh, I was hoping that was gonna combo, but they always get knocked back. Okay, there's a one shot. Oh wait, that actually was the host? Wait, why did I think it said Flatface McGee was the host? Well, GG guys. I'm sorry. I'm honestly sorry. And I think it's safe to say that a lot of the fire spells are indeed fire. I do think that Catch Flame is better than O-Flame just because you have a lot more mobility and the damage is still really good, especially for a spell that only requires 8 faith. Flame Sling, you really shouldn't expect much, but if you do hit it, the damage isn't bad. and it is chargeable. Giant's Flame Take Thee can be a one-shot machine. Flame Fall upon them can be great for multi-combat or hitting several mobs. Flame of the Fell God is actually good in enclosed spaces, but it has to be very tight spaces, otherwise it's easy to avoid. I think the two spells that really aren't worth using at all are Surge O Flame and Whirl O Flame. The damage is underwhelming, the cast time sucks. I'm just not a fan of either of these. Burn O Flame, if RNG is in your favor, is great. All three of the buffs are solid, and Fire's Deadly Sin is kinda funny. And if you are an Elden Ring player that has been thinking about getting into incantations, I think that the fire ones are a great place to start. Now, those spells are not the only flame incantations in the game. In fact, there are 5 more, but they have a little bit of a twist, and they are the 5 Frenzied Flame incantations. They do get a 20% damage boost from the Frenzied Flame seal. Yes, you can stack 2 of them. However, the madness buildup of the spells actually scales with Arcane. So instead, what I'm going to do is use this Dragon Communion seal to cast, while still having the Frenzied Flame seal equipped for the buff. So you got Frenzied Burst, where you shoot a concentrated bolt of yellow flame. Charging it will increase the potency. Flame of Frenzy is another chargeable spell that sends out Madness Flame in a wide area. Unendurable Frenzy is the bigger, badder version of Flame of Frenzy, and you can hold that one down as long as you like and move around with it. Inescapable Frenzy lets you give deadly hugs to your fellow Tarnished. And finally, Howl of Shabriri, which is both a buff and a debuff. This spell deals a little damage to enemies that get too close, as well as building up madness decently fast. For 40 seconds after you use it though, you deal 25% increased damage, but take 30% more. And if you have the Black Dumpling Helmet equipped and then use this spell to proc madness on yourself, you will also get a 10% damage increase. Ruin-strewn Precipice, okay. How much damage? Dude, that's diabolical. You want another smooch? Why do you have the shunter out, man? Oh yeah, there we go. That's what I'm talking about. Oh, wait. No, dude, no. Oh, dude, another person invaded. I could have gone mad once more. Oh, okay, I think it can do that much damage. No way. Oh my god. Aha. Oh, no way. This is so BM. Yeah. Okay. I think I've had enough fun with these. It's time to move on. Nice. Oh. GG's, man. Okay, these incantations gotta be cheese, dude. I was not even fully buffed up. I could have had my physic on, and I would have done even more damage. The madness proc was instant. I might need to make a whole invasion video with this setup. I'm telling you guys right now, you need to go do Hyeta's quest. You need to go fight Vike. You need to get these spells, because this madness stuff is the real deal. Okay, I kinda lied to you though. There are indeed more flame spells. In fact, there are 6 more, and they are the Blackflame spells. They get a 10% damage boost from the Godslayer seal, and I believe it's below 70 faith. The Godslayer seal is the best. However, it does get power crept by the Erdtree seal at 70 faith. So technically you could go Erdtree and Godslayer, but I'm just gonna go double Godslayer. And all of these spells do chip damage after they make contact with an enemy. So you have Blackflame, which is basically Flame Sling, except a Blackflame version. Blackflame Ritual, you summon a circle of Blackflame pillars to guard you. Noble Presence is kind of funny. You thrust your belly outwards to knock enemies back. For some reason, though, this does not get the damage buff from the Godslayer seal, but if you want a 20% damage boost to that spell specifically, you have to put on the Godskin Noble Robe. Then there is Scouring Blackflame that sweeps a wide area in front of you with Blackflame. Black Flame Blade is exactly how it sounds. You buff your melee weapon with Black Flame. So you will get some solid chip on your melee attacks. However, it will only last for 7 seconds before you have to recast it. But with this buff, you can backstep to cast it quickly or sprint with it. And finally, there is Black Flame Protection, which increases all physical damage negation by 35% for 70 seconds. But it reduces all healing by 20%. I can already tell that this spell is just not it. Okay, there's chip damage. You'll love to see it. Even more chip damage. It's too easy. Okay, there's a hit. That was uncharged. Damage wasn't bad. What about Noble Presence? Okay, these spells might be kinda mid. I don't want to kick them to the curb just yet, though. Just not feeling too confident. Who is this? Assaret. Hello. Ooh. Yes. Let's go. It's really just good for the chip damage. But Scouring Black Flame. That was 1800 damage. I don't really know what to say about that. I need a test dummy. I mean, me too, man. This is kind of the whole video. Oh, okay. Okay, see, that spell is mid. That is definitely mid. Even with the Apostle armor on, that was still terrible. Oh man, that damage sucks. I guess that's a good get off me tool for PvE, but outside of that, can't really see myself using it. Maybe if I hit it as the pillars are coming up, it would be better. Good fight. All right, let's try out a Black Flame Blade. Personally, this is one of my favorite buffs. I'm not really going to be doing a lot of damage because of my stats and the weapon that I'm using, but the chip damage will definitely come in handy. But I want to see also if Black Flame Ritual can really do anything here, because the damage from the last fight was not impressive. Yeah, I don't think so. Doesn't really seem that good unless they walk through it multiple times. Hey, maybe Black Flame could be a pretty good bait tool. And this is another class of incantations that I hope gets expanded upon in DLC. I feel like they have some really dope Black Flame stuff cooking up. And for this next group of incantations, we're gonna take a little break from all the bloodshed because most of these are buffs, and they are called the two-finger incantations. Assassin's Approach will silence your footsteps as well as decrease fall damage. Darkness creates an area of darkness that conceals the caster. Divine Fortification increases holy damage negation by 35%, but it is dropped to 10% in PvP, and it will last 90 seconds. Flame Fortification is the exact same except for fire damage. Lightning Fortification is the same except for lightning. And Magic Fortification is the same except for magic damage. Lord's Divine Fortification is a bit different than the other buffs here. This increases holy damage negation by 60%, but it's only 20% in PvP. And this buff applies to you as well as allies, and it lasts 70 seconds. Urgent Heal is a small heal. Heal is a medium heal. Great Heal is a large heal. And Lord's Heal is a massive heal. Then you have Lord's Aid that alleviates poison, blood loss, or sleep buildup for yourself and nearby allies. Shadow Bait creates a pale gold shadow that attracts humanoid enemies. Cure Poison cures poison. And what is basically the only offensive spell here, Rejection, is a shockwave spell. Moving on to something a bit more exciting though, here we have the 9 Golden Order incantations, which do require faith and or intelligence to use, and they do get a 10% boost from the Golden Order seal, so I have 2 of them to stack, as well as another 10% damage boost from the Radiant Gold Mask. Discus of Light fires a singular golden disc that goes forward, then returns to the spot that it was shot from. It also costs hardly any FP. Triple Rings of Light is the exact same except, 3 times the fun. Radagon's Ring of Light produces a golden ring that has a large area of effect. Charging it will increase the potency. Litany of Proper Death is a massive AoE spell that deals plus 900% damage to undead enemies, which is situational in PvE and borderline useless in PvP. Law of Causality is a buff that makes it so after taking 5 hits, you will emit an explosion. Otherwise, it'll last 120 seconds before disappearing. Immutable Shield makes it so your shield nullifies elemental damage and status buildup for a short period of time. Order's Blade enchants your melee armament with holy damage for 90 seconds. Then Order Healing alleviates Death Blight buildup, which is pretty much useless except in certain parts of PvE. And finally, Law of Regression, which heals all negative statuses, dispels special effects, and reveals mimicry in all its forms. It's basically the ultimate anti-buff tool. Can I get a litany? Wow, that is terrible damage. Okay. Discus, 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 discus. Okay, what a spectacular fight. All right, let's get Law of Causality going. Hopefully they don't know what this is. Oh! I feel like I just discovered fire. So you want to toss out Triple Rings of Light, and as they're going forward, you switch to Radagon's Ring of Light. Your opponent rushes you down, gets hit with the Ring of Light, then the Triple Rings come back, and true combo. That's wonderful. I love that. And because I will most likely die before Law of Causality even procs, I'm just going to show you how it looks against mobs. Sadly, in PvP, it is kind of a terrible spell. Here we go. Wait, that was awful. But I think all three of the offensive ring spells are great. However, these spells do have a big issue, and that is the intelligence faith split that you need. And since I'm at level 125, this split is kind of annoying to use because you're not going to get insane damage. So if you do want to use these spells, I would recommend going to higher levels like 150 or even 170. Now for the second to last group of incantations for the day, this is yet another one that I hope gets expanded upon in DLC, and they are the Servants of Rot incantations. As of right now, there is only 4. Poisonous Mist is exactly how it sounds. You get to rip ass on your opponents. Poison Armament makes it so you get 70 poison buildup on your melee weapon for 60 seconds. Pest Threads is the almighty nut spell. And then the very famous yet sort of underwhelming Scarlet Aeonia. If you actually manage to hit all of that, it does a lot of rot buildup, it does solid damage, but of course, hitting it is the hard part. Okay, who is this? Will likely die. What's up? I wonder if you will die to Pest Threads. Wow, that damn... Okay. Not awful. I mean, this is kind of a stupid spell, though. What about Poison Mist? Oh. Okay, it moves so slow, they can easily get out of it. Maybe? No? Still no poison. Nice. Oh, wait, he actually parried that. Very nice. Let's be real here, though. This is basically a Scarlet Aeonia showcase, so let's do it. Hey, okay, 1400 damage. I mean, this person doesn't even have armor, though, so... Oh, God. Using my own weapons against me. There we go. All in all, what do I think of these spells? I think Poisonous Mist and Poison Armament are totally pointless, because the Poisonous Mist Ash of War that you can put on infusible weapons is both of these in one. Pest Threads, on the other hand, is funny, and then Scarlet Aeonia may be the most beautiful spell in the entire game, but one of the hardest to actually hit. If you do hit it, it does a lot of damage. I don't even think that we procced Rot, though, whenever we landed it, which I think it should instantly proc Rot if you do. But hey, that's just me. Now think back to whenever we were looking at the Dragon Communion incantations. You might remember that I said that there was one incantation that was too cool and too unique to leave in that category, and that I was gonna wait to use it. Well, the wait is officially no more. This is a spell that is truly in a league of its own. It is the glorious Plagigisax's Ruin, and the seal that I'm gonna use to cast it is the Erdtree seal, and you might be thinking, well wait, it's a dragon head spell, won't it get a boost from the Gravelstone seal? Well, sadly, it does not. In fact, this spell does not get any boost from any particular seal. And in terms of what the spell actually looks like, well, you get an initial AoE explosion that makes you hover midair, and it does a lightning damage. And then you send out these beams that you can free aim, and the beams do fire damage. Yes, this spell is as insane as it looks. And I went ahead and slapped on the Roar Medallion because it will buff Plagigisax's Ruin the same way that it buffs the other dragon spells. Oh, okay. I'm in Rea Lucaria. Oh, here we go. Oh my god. No way. What kind of spawn is this, man? Jesus. I mean, it definitely did good damage, but maybe we can get a spawn that is a bit more forgiving. Hello, friends. Wait. Yo. I'm sorry, that's one of the cleanest things I've ever done in this game. That could not have been more perfect. That is the perfect Plagiarisax's Ruin moment. And if those 2 invasions didn't make you want to go get this spell, I don't know what will. Plagiarisax's Ruin is one of the most fun spells to use in the entire game. It's also one of the strongest. Seriously, go defeat Plagiarisax and get your hands on this spell. Oh, and one more thing. Forget that the Finger Seal even exists, unless it's your only option. And that officially concludes your Incantations 101 course. Go ahead and comment down below what your favorite seal or incantation is. If you learned something here today, go ahead and leave a like. And if you want to see some more super duper awesome free fun content in the future, click that subscribe and that noti bell. Thank you so much for watching, stay safe out there, and I'll see you in the next one, maggot!